So I've got Danny here, and Danny de Gouveia. I don't know if I pronounce it properly. Yeah, Danny de Gouveia. So, and then Danny, holds an engineer's electrical and electronics degree. He's worked, he's got 20 years of experience in both hardware and firmware. And just, just to shield him, he just flew in from China. Yeah. Yeah, so he's a little bit jet lagged, but we're not going to let him go off the hook. We'll listen to him and we'll ask questions. And Danny, very welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm not sure if somebody had a secret, one of you sick sense of humor.
Oh, no.
Bringing the engineer after. Because obviously we don't like it. No, we want things structured.
Of course.
That's actually my job, is to get things structured.
Yeah,
so it's like really interesting hearing James speak.
I'm glad.
So look, I'll quickly just introduce myself.
Yeah.
And then the company that I work for, and a little bit what.
Yeah. And I think you're going to talk about managing an engineering or a development department.
So myself, from a personal point of view, I'm sort of like the son of immigrants. My grandfather came to this country just after World War II. He was a person, when he came to this country, couldn't read and write, but education was very important for him. So his goal was his son must do matric, and then my dad's goal was my son must do university.
So, do a matric?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just shows you the power of education.
Yeah.
I work for a company, Naystar. I think a lot of people hopefully will be using our products, but maybe a tracking device in your vehicle. A lot of insurance companies that sort of give you a discount or a mandate that you need to put in tracking. So maybe you guys know my company, Naystar. I've worked at Naystar for about 11 years, so this day and age, quite a long time. Started there as a sort of engineer and sort of progressed up, sort of as team leader, section leader, and right now I'm actually heading up the engineering department. So that's sort of my view. From a company perspective, we've got a good association of Vinci. We have quite a few of our employees who have gone through Vinci doing MIT, including myself. I've done the MIT course, Management of Technology and Innovation. So we've got quite a few guys that have done the certificate course, done the diploma course, and we have a few guys that have done the doctorate course. So we've got a lot of nice association with the Vinci, quite a lot of our employees using the university. Obviously, we did the Technology 100. Naystar, we've participated in Technology 100 awards every on the yearly basis, and we've done quite well. So in some ways, it tells me that we did something right. So we've been finalists quite a few times. Last year, we actually had quite a good year where we actually won quite a few awards. So let's maybe just get. I'm hoping that you guys can obviously start asking questions and stuff. So sort of one thing that I did picture as a topic is what I've seen changing in managing, you can say, technology. Like 10, 20 years ago, like when I started, it was like a very formal way of managing people. You started as a junior engineer, and like a senior engineer was assigned to you, and he was going to mentor you, and you sort of listened to him, and sort of did what he did, and slowly you work your way up and become intermediate engineer, and then a senior engineer, and so on. Where that whole dynamic is actually really changed in the last couple of years, where you can't actually work in that format. Now you get a junior engineer coming out of varsity, and yes, he does still need a lot of mentoring in certain aspects, but in a lot of fields he actually knows more than you do, because the fields have just exploded in the last 10 years. Suddenly, there's people talking about cloud, you've got big data, you've got Internet of Things. There's all these fields just exploding like that. And you as a senior engineer, you can't actually know those things, but you still know the stuff that you did 10 years ago. So as a manager and leader, you have to really make quite an adjustment. How do you actually manage your junior staff? You can't do it like you did 10 years ago, where you just tell them, you do it this way because that's how I was taught and stuff like that. So it's quite an adjustment from us older guys.
You can at least mentor the younger guys, sort of, have you thought of this? Have you done this? Have you tested it? What processes are you doing? So it's still quite important to do that kind of mentoring, so that you still have control over, what this younger generation is actually producing for you, and a lot of times they're producing stuff for you in technology that you don't even understand, actually. When these guys are doing big data and they're talking about Kubernetes and Linux and stuff, a lot of times you actually just take it. It's like, okay. But you have to, but what you can do is obviously just put the processes in, the structured processes in terms of testing, requirements and those kind of things. That's the real role that you can say us greybeards, have in this world of today, probably. Okay, that's
okay. All right. Oh, goodness. They really want a question. Okay, we'll start with you, Mark.
I have a comment first before the question. And the comment is you mentioned tracking devices and old people at the same time. And I'm wondering whether these two are linked. A couple of times. I'm wondering whether I need to start being one of your customers and should tag my leg or something. But one of the things what I really wanted to ask you is memory chips are starting to hold more and more memory, but they're also getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So how's that going to impact Netstar in terms of where you're going as far as technology and tracking devices?
Definitely. Every year the devices are getting smaller and cheaper. And you just can't believe in 10 years how the costs have gone. From literally. Probably a tracking device 10 years ago would have costed you about 1,000 rand. We're down to about 300 rand.
So where do you see this going in terms of in 10 years, what will tracking look like?
But what is actually happening, if you look at obviously like the likes of Tesla, and they've really shaken up the market, is that the vehicles are actually going to be coming out already with a lot of this technology. So in many ways, us at Netstar, down the line, we probably won't be doing hardware to a large degree. We'll probably be doing the services on top of that. At the end of the day, somebody still has to monitor your vehicle, be able to go get your vehicle if it is stolen, safeguard and so on. Those are the things. So Netstar will probably be becoming more a service company and probably away from hardware in 10 years' time. It depends, it's difficult to make these predictions, This is a prediction that was being made probably about 5 years ago, yet we're probably selling the most hardware to date as that we ever have. But you do see that it will come at some stage where every car already has a GPS built into it, already is connected via GSM or whatever technology. And you see it, Tesla brought out that whole concept where any electronic in the vehicle can be updated. Your gear controller can be updated over the air. Your ECU can be updated. Your cluster can be updated. Now suddenly all the other car manufacturers, Ford, Volkswagen, all saying, whoa, but we can't do this. Even if they have like a problem, like Ford have had massive recalls that they've had to do. Where you have to get the customer, bring your vehicle in so we can change something. Where the Tesla model is, okay, we had a fault, but we'll just update your car. You don't have to bring it in. Yes. There was actually quite a good article about a few weeks ago where somebody was complaining about the braking on the Tesla. That it wasn't took too long to brake. So it was Elon Musk the next day tweeted, "No problem, we've updated your car. Test your brakes now."
Okay.
So definitely, cars are becoming more and more connected. Obviously, you're looking at autonomous driving that could be coming down the line. So Netstar will probably over time be more a service-oriented company than actually a hardware provider. Actually.
Brilliant. Thanks, Danny. Janet?
Okay, let me see if I can order my thoughts here. There's obviously a connection between technology and innovation at the moment.
Yes.
Most of our innovation is happening in the technological space. My deep concern is for Africa as a continent and how we really become a part of this global disruptive technological era. So the question is, from your perspective as a businessman, how, having heard what you said about education and recognizing that that's a critical piece in all of this, but how can business in Africa foster much more rapid and dramatic development of innovation and technology.
I think we definitely got the skills locally to do it. I mean, I'm actually, one of the things I'm really proud about the company I work for is that we manufacture most of our product in this country, even though it could actually be very easy for us to go to China and just get a black box and bring it in. We actually manufacture the stuff. We've got two contract manufacturers in this country that are building our boxes for us. And we've got enough innovation, enough skills so far that we can actually compete with the imported products. It's just a case of, can we maintain that? Is our education system providing us enough engineers, new engineers, that are going to take the baton, and because I mean I've only got another maybe 5-10 years left, and then that's it. I need to hand this baton over to the next generation, and is that next generation going to be innovative enough to keep competing with the likes of China and so on? I firmly believe we can, and we've done it. Another good example is that we, in the last 4 years, we acquired 2 companies in Australia, also tracking companies, and they had their own R&D teams and development teams in Australia. And when we bought these companies, obviously we had to think about it. It doesn't make sense having 3 R&D teams, doing basically the same thing. So to a large degree, our senior managers, they sort of like were measuring the different engineering teams, and basically which one is going to get closed down. And it's really, I think, it was a really good feather in our cap that we actually closing the Australian R&D team down. We actually bring in the R&D to South Africa because it's actually cheaper. Our engineering skills are actually cheaper in this country than what they are in Australia. And our products are just as good as their products. So yes.
So maybe can I also ask a part B, and you might have just answered it. So we can compete locally. Can we compete out there in the big wide world?
We haven't been successful in Africa for some other reason, and that's probably a study on its own. Why is it so difficult? I mean, like Nesta, we've been very successful in South Africa, and you would think it should be very easy to take it to Africa. We've struggled in Kenya, we've struggled in Nigeria, and so on. Yet we've been very successful in Australia. And that's maybe that would probably in my book could be a good study actually. Why is it so difficult for us to be successful in Africa where it's actually our backyard actually? It was actually very disappointing that one of the Australian companies we bought, they actually had a very big presence in Zimbabwe. And we actually right next to Zimbabwe. And it's amazing. And it's not like it's just Netstar. If you actually look at all the tracking companies in South Africa, and there's quite a lot of them, and big companies, Cartrack, Tracker, Digicore, none of them are actually successful in Zimbabwe, yet this one Australian company was successful in Zimbabwe. So what are we doing wrong that we can't take our product to Africa, but yet we seem to be able to take our product to Australia, because that's what we're actually doing now. We're taking our product to Australia because our product is cheaper than the products that are being designed and manufactured in Australia.
Yeah, but I mean, you talk about the fact that you're not very successful in, maybe in your Kenya, your Tanzania. But I mean, I don't know if this might be correct, but I mean, in those places, the theft, for instance, I mean, the theft levels are actually quite low. Crime is very, very myopic. It's not big. Yeah. So I mean,
keep in mind for in South Africa, for personal things, theft is obviously important and safety. But from an insurance company, not so actually. Theft of cars is actually a very low percentage. You look at maybe a 2-3% loss. Where insurance companies really lose money is people having accidents actually. And that's actually the real market for telematics actually is profiling people and giving risks to people. So yes, you're driving at night, you park in your car not in a safe area. That's actually where the real value is. It's actually not really SVR actually. So it's getting insurance companies to incentivize their clients to put telematics units in so that they can actually risk profile you correctly and give you a premium or offer you a premium based on your profile actually. I mean, if you're a person that travel's a very short distance to your work. You come back, you park your car in a safe area, it's locked up. You can actually get a very low premium. Why should you be subsidizing somebody that travels at night, travels 160 kilometers in a 60 zone? Those guys need to get the. So it is a fallacy where people think the stolen vehicle is really where the market is or where the value is, and it's not really that. It's actually getting data on the individual people, so you can actually profile them from an insurance company point of view. End of the day, that's why the insurance companies are actually giving you that incentive. Put a tracking device in your car and we'll give you a $100 discount or a $200 discount. It's just they can actually then get data on you, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a tracker there by Rocco. Rocco?
Yeah.
I don't know I'm going to ask you this question, but a lot of the cars have got this up-to-date technology, etc. Now, they haven't put anything in there on tracking devices because the car companies need to sell cars. The insurance companies are there to make money. Because the premium goes up, the value of your car drops, but still your premium goes up. Okay, so that's an opportunity for the insurance companies to make money. It's also an opportunity for car manufacturers to make money. Because if they steal your car, they're going to replace it. They're going to get paid anyway for another car because your car is going to go somewhere else. Okay, so that market there is already set up. Your theft market is a booming market because you get VAT on it. There's a lot of money being generated just from that. Even if you look at house security, same thing. Okay, it's strange. Look, there are companies I know out there that are actually barcoding all your equipment, your TVs, etc. So when it gets stolen, they can find it, but they won't find it because they take the TV, take out your crystals and make a nyope out of it, and there goes your TV. So, so the thing is that there's a lot of risk involved, but that risk is not risk, it's actually opportunities. Your insurance company makes money out of your premium when they invest the money. When there's a high crime rate and a high theft rate, high accident rate, then obviously it eats into their bottom line, which is your investment, coming out of your investment. That's how insurance companies work, because I worked there as well. And look, it's a big business. It's not a plug-play business. But as soon as you start cutting into their market, they will plug a fund. Electric cars have existed for eons. I mean, they used to do deliveries in an electric car. Shamrock Dairies used to deliver milk in the 60s. Now everybody, hey, electric car. Sorry, the 60s we had the electric car. Okay? And you just hear this thing, and start it. Now, hey, we got an electric car. The car's been out since 1960. Come on. Okay? So all of this, it's just people are taking us for a ride. Okay? They're taking risk, but it's an opportunity. They're making money. And we are the idiots or the fools that are looking at all of this and saying, wow, electric car. Gee, I said to myself, you weren't even born, we had an electric car. Come on, Dad. The milk was delivered in glass bottles, not in cartons like we're getting now, and getting sick from it. So, the thing is that technology, you guys need to get out of the market and find something else where you can expand.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to be mean.
No, definitely not. But as I did point out, even in a society like South Africa where there is a high crime rate, that's not really the big expense for insurance companies. Where they're really paying out a lot of money is somebody bumps into your car in the parking lot when you have checkers, or you reverse into somebody. Those little bumps and the little accidents, that's actually where they're paying out a lot of money, and that's actually where all this data comes and analysis comes in, is how to reduce that actually.
I'll tell you something, they're going to replace your bumper, you dent it, or you take a beanbag, you warm you warm up the bumper, from there you just push it, boop, and it pops up.
Yeah, because it's plastic.
Back together again.
Yeah. No, I hear you, Rocco.
But I think we've probably all experienced it. You ding your little bumper and you go get it. You got in a panel beat and it costs you 10,000.
Those are the kids of nowadays, not us that can go and fix it. They will take the car in. They haven't got time.
All right. Any other questions? But okay, do me.
Can you tell us about the innovations that happened in your company in the last 5 years? What's the source of it? What initiated them, and how did you go about making them, commercializing those innovations?
Yeah, I think we got a good engineering team in us. So that's the one thing. So we control a lot of our IP, and it's from the hardware that's doing the PC board, the circuit diagrams. So we've got hardware engineers, we've got firmware engineers, and then also obviously the IT systems. So in terms of gateways, databases, all those things, that we all got teams locally in-house that do that for us. Where we need then specialized skills, then normally we will contract that. We got quite a few guys that have got like doctorates and stuff in terms of like machine learning and so on that we then use as contractors. But the main thing is is controlling the IP, not being dependent on other people. So that you can use that to control your products and make sure that they are that they are cost effective, they're suited for what you're trying to sell them for, and so on.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks for that, to me. So, Denny, thank you so much. I do think that, this was just enlightening. Especially with the fact that, I thought these guys were worried that the cars would be stolen, but they're not. They're more worried that it will be bumped.
Yeah. They're more worried about
All right.
They're more worried about what speed you're driving, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So when you're doing 80 in a 60 zone, they are monitoring that.
Well, yeah, no, that I think we'll talk about that over a glass of wine, because I think what causes accidents is not really speed; it's the fact that most of our people do not observe the rules. The simple rules, not the speed. Speed is something else. But thank you very much, Denny, and I hope that you feel a little bit fresh now.
Yeah,
no more jet lags.
Yeah.
Okay.